Hey everyone, I am Regine Saridokto. I am here today to discuss the chapter 2, which is the Philippine Constitution. Philippine Constitution is the cornerstone of citizen rights, including the right to travel. It ensures that every Filipino has the freedom to explore, engage in cultural experience, and contribute to the nation tourism industry. This connection highlights how tourism fosters personal development, economic progress, and cultural appreciation. The right of every Filipino to travel. The right to travel is a fundamental freedom granted by the Constitution. It empowers Filipinos to discover opportunities, enjoy the beauty of their country, and engage with the world. This right supports the growth of domestic and international tourism, making travel accessible to everyone while promoting national unity and pride. Let's proceed to the quote. Traveling is one of the most enriching experience in life. This quote, composed by Dr. Amparo Santos, this statement reflects the transformative power of travel. It is more than recreation. It opens mind, encourages cultural understanding, and contributes to individual and collective growth. Tourism become a way to connect with others and discover the base of what life has to offer. Here is our learning objectives in this chapter. First, identify constitutional provision related to tourism. To understand the specific laws in the Philippine Constitution that safeguard the rights of travelers and guide the tourism industry, such as the freedom to travel and equal protection under the law. The second, enumerate the rights of travelers and stakeholders. Uh, recognize the rights granted to both tourists and industry professionals, ensuring safety, fairness, and ethical practices in tourism operation. The last one is organize and conduct industry research. This is learn how to gather, analyze, and interpret data about the tourism and hospitality sector to address challenges and improve services, aligning with legal standards and constitutional principles. The Philippine Constitution serves as the supreme legal foundation, establishing principles that govern the country and ensuring the protection of citizen rights. All tourism-related laws policies, such as travel rights, safety protocols, must align with the Constitution to ensure fairness, accountability, and consistency in industry. Next slide. Case study, the Killjoy Administrator. The example scenario of this is Prof- Professor Villamin planned an educational tour to Boracay, strictly following school policies, including documentation, parental consent and security measures. Despite her efforts, Dr. Gaspar, the Vice President for Academic Affairs, disapproved of the tour, citing a previous tragic incident involving student facilities during a poorly managed trip. Discussion. Example question is, should the tour proceed? The tour can proceed if additional safety measures are implemented and the administration concerns are addressed. It may require further risk assessment and reassurance to ensure full compliance with policies. Second, does Dr. Gaspar have the authority to block it? Yes, Dr. Gaspar has the authority to block the tour to prioritize student safety, especially given the institution responsibility for its students during off-campus activities. Third, what measures should be taken to ensure student safety? First, conduct a detailed risk assessment and contingency planning. Second, hire certified tour operators and trained guides. Third, ensure adequate supervision and medical preparedness. Fourth, provide thorough pre-tour orientation for students and staff. This case highlights the balance between providing enriching educational experience and maintaining student safety, while Dr. Gaspar concerns are valid. Proper planning and adherence to protocols can mitigate risks and enable the tour to proceed responsibly. Article 3, the Bill of Rights. Uh, Section 1, right to life. First, right to life, liberty, and property. Every individual is granted the right to life, freedom, and ownership. These rights cannot be taken away without the due process of law, ensuring fair treatment under legal procedure. Second, equal protection of the law. All citizens are entitled to fair and equal treatment, ensuring that no one is discriminated against under any law or regulation. Key concept. Liberty. This includes the freedom to travel, choo- choose where to live, and earn a livelihood by engaging in any lawful occupation or business. Property. Property refers to anything that has value, including one's right to work, earn wages, or own operate business. At Article 3, Section 1 of the Bill of Rights ensure that all citizens enjoys equal rights to life, freedom, and property, providing a strong foundation for fairness and opportunity. These rights are essential to fostering growth in tourism and other industry. Next, due process of law. The definition of this is to ensure that all individuals are treated fairly and justly under the legal system. It requires that any legal action follows established rules and procedure before affecting a person's rights to life, liberty, or property. Some essential requirements of this is tribunal or court with judicial power. Excuse me. A legitimate legal authority must oversee and decide the case. Second, jurisdiction. The court must have the legal authority over the person involved for the property in question. Third, proper opportunity to be heard. Every individuals must be given a chance to present their side, defend themselves, and respond to accusation. The fourth one, judgment of after lawful hearing. This decision must be based on evidence and proper legal proceeding, ensuring fairness and impartiality. Overall, of this due process protects individuals by ensuring that their rights cannot be taken away arbitrarily. It provides a framework for fairness, requiring courts to follow clear, consistent, and just procedure. This principle is fundamental in promoting trust in legal system and governance. Next case study: extradition and due processes. Example case of about this is Congressman Genuino faced allegations of tax evasion and illegal drug killings in the United States. The U.S. government requested his extradition, but he demanded access to the extradition documents before the process was finalized. Both the Philippines and U.S. governments refused to provide these papers during the evaluation stage of extradition. Legal opinion. First, no violation of due process. Due process is not breached during the evaluation stage of extradition. According to the Philippine law, extradition documents are only provided once the extradition petition is filed in court. Second, fairness and integrity. Withholding documents at this stage prevents interference and ensures the integrity of the investigation. Allowing access to early could enable the accused to evade justice. Uh, in extradition cases, due process ensures fairness without jeopardizing the investigation. The law balances the rights of the accused with the need to uphold legal procedures and protect the public interest. Article 3. Privacy of communication. Section 3. Key provision. First, right to privacy. Communication, whether through letters, phone calls, or electronic messages, is protected by the Constitution. It cannot be intercepted or disclosed without a lawful court order. Second, unlawful evidence is invalid. Any evidence obtained through illegal means, such as unauthorized wiretapping, cannot be used in court or any legal proceedings. Uh, Related law about this is Republic Act number 4200, anti-wiretapping law. This law prohibits the unauthorized recording or interception of private communication. Exceptions are made only for certain crimes and require prior court approval. Violating this law renders any collected evidence inadmissible and subject violators to penalties. In short, this constitution guarantees the privacy of communication to protect individual rights and maintain trust in personal and professional interaction. Laws like the Anti-Wiretapping Act ensures this right is respected, with violation leading to legal consequence and inclusion of unlawfully obtained evidence. Next slide. Another case study which is related to wiretapping and tourism. Example scenario of this is that the National Bureau of Investigation conducted a drug operation in a hotel using wiretapping devices to monitor conversation between suspected drug dealers. The operation was part of an effort to apprehend those involved in a high-profile drug dealings in the tourism sector. Legal opinion. First, violation of Republic Act number 4200 anti-wiretapping law. The wiretapping was deemed illegal because it was done without prior court authorization. The law strictly limits wiretapping to specific crimes and drug-related offenses are not among the expectation. Second, inadmissibility of evidence. Any information or recordings obtained from the illegal wiretapping cannot be used as evidence in court. This aligns with the principle that unlawfully collected evidence is invalid in legal proceeding. In all, wiretapping in the tourism context, even for criminal investigation, must comply with the law. Unauthorized wiretapping not only violates private rights but also compromises the legitimacy of the investigation by rendering evidence unusable in court. Legal procedure must always be followed to maintain fairness and integrity. Next, Article 3, Freedom of Speech. Section 4. Key provision of this is the Constitution guarantees the right to free speech, expression, and praise, allowing individuals to express their thoughts and ideas freely. However, the right has limit, particularly when it involves obscenity or action that violate public decency and morals. Example case study: Bikini pictorial art at Fort Santiago. An example scenario about this is a bikini pictorial took a place at Fort Santiago, a historic and public location. Some participants posed in revealing attire which drew public attention and discomfort. A city ordinance prohibiting incident acts in public was cited by a local official who stopped the activity. Um, legal uh, Legal opinion. First, the director of the pictorial violated public decency law as the activities disrupted the city and offended public morals. While freedom of expression is protected, it does not include obscene or inappropriate acts in public spaces where community standards of decency apply. In all, freedom of speech and expression is a protected right but must be exercised responsibly. Obscene or incident acts, especially in public spaces like Fort Santiago, can violate local laws and public decency standards, showing that this right is not absolute. Next, Article 3, Right to Travel. Section 6, uh, key provision about this is the Constitution guarantees every Filipino the freedom to choose their residence and travel domestically or internationally. However, this right is not absolute and can be regulated in the interest of national security, public safety, or public health. Um, Case study: Mr. Bundok and travel restriction. Example scenario. Mr. Bundok, facing charges of fraud, was really released on bail and requested court permission to travel to the United States for business purposes. Legal opinion. The court can lawfully restrict his travel to ensure his availability for trial. Second, the travel restrictions are valid as they serve the purpose of maintaining accountability and ensuring that the legal process proceed without interference. Summary of this section is, while the right to travel is a fundamental freedom, courts may impose restriction under specific circumstances, such as pending legal proceedings. This limitation aims to balance individual rights with the need to uphold justice and protect public interest. Next slide. Article 12, National Economy and Patrimony. Key provision about this article is certain professions such as the practice of law are exclusively reserved for Filipino citizens to protect national interests and promote local talent. However, non-restricted positions like corporate roles can be filled by foreigners if they meet legal requirements such as obtaining work permits and visas. Case study of this article is hiring a CEO versus legal counsel. About example scenario, a hotel is hiring two key position, a chief executive officer, which is CEO, and a legal counsel. Legal opinion. In CEO position, a foreigner may be hired for the CEO role if no qualified Filipino candidate is available. However, the foreign applicant must secure proper permits from the Bureau of Immigration and Department of Labor and Employment. In legal counsel, the legal counsel must be a Filipino citizen, as the practice of law is restricted to Filipinos under Constitution. In all, this Constitution Filipino citizen for certain profession to safeguard national interests, while some positions like CEO can be filled by foreigners if necessary. Others, like legal practice, remain exclusively reserved for Filipinos to ensure alignment with the country's legal and cultural framework.